Hey, so this video is for type 6, and this is for turning the dial down on needing to be safe, certain, supported, secure, or maybe it's actually that you identify with I have to worry, I have to be anxious. So whichever word resonates with you most, where it's like, I have to be safe to be me. I have to be supported to be me, to feel safe. I have to worry to be me or to feel safe. So before we start, let's just take some nice deep breaths and just allow yourself to do this quick process with an open mind. In through the nose, hold, and out through the mouth. Just allow any resistance to melt away. And if you want, you can look to your right for 5 to 10 seconds, which actually helps relax you even more. And just breathe and relax and allow. Trusting that you're here right now because you want to change, you want to be free, you want to feel whole, you want to feel integrated. And just breathe out any stiffness or resistance and just ease into how safe and relaxing that being in this state, just allowing, actually feels. And now I want you to focus on the feeling or thought. If I'm not safe, I'm not me. Maybe it's if I'm not certain, I'm not me. One of these should resonate with you if you are a 6 or a 6 fix. If I'm not prepared, I'm not me, or I'm not safe. If I'm not supported, I'm not me. If I'm not secure, I'm not me. If I'm not anxious or worrying, I'm not me. Whatever you have that identification with, maybe it's a different word for you, but it would be in this general area. And when you conjure this up, maybe a distinct memory or image, a picture or sensation comes up. There may be a specific moment in time when it felt like I'm not safe if I'm not safe. I'm not safe if I'm not certain. I'm not safe if I'm not prepared. I'm not safe if I'm not supported. I'm not safe if I'm not secure, or if I'm not safe if I'm not worrying, if I'm not constantly focused on what could go wrong. So pull up whatever comes up for you with that and just allow it where something happened that left an emotional resonance with you, or a feeling of trauma or shame or humiliation or fear or lack of safety. And take a nice deep breath. And now, while you have that sensation, that thought, that image, whatever it is, I want you to look down on your right. So making sure to just look down wherever you can comfortably, so you're still facing ahead and you're looking down and to the right, wherever it feels comfortable to do so. And place that event, that thought, that sensation, that image, however it comes up for you, into a spot. So like right now, when I look down, I can see the wire for my computer mouse. And I can place that event, that memory, that thought, that sensation, or that image, and like say, okay, that marks the spot of that undesirable feeling, that thing I want to turn the dial down on today. And next, you're going to follow my instructions. And you can keep looking down while I'm saying this and keep going back and forth in the way that I instruct you to until the dial gets turned down to 0. The dial meaning the feeling, the resonance. Until it's like, wait, what was I even worried about again? Why did I feel like I had to be in a state of anxiety all the time to feel safe? Why do I feel like I need to have constant support to feel safe? Why did I ever feel like I had to know everything and be totally prepared to feel like I could relax? Like that, no, that's fake news. I'm not into that, whatever that is. That's old. I love feeling exactly the opposite of that. So that's the intention that I'm setting for you. And I know that for 6s, it can be a little bit sticky, but I need to be safe to be safe. So safety is a perception, because yes, there is safety, but there's actually the perception of safety, where it becomes like an overriding fixation. It's not actually making you safe. It's just like a mirage. Okay. So this is what I'm talking about, where it's this feeling of having to create the sensation of safety in your body by doing all of these outside things, but they're not actually making you any safer. It's like a false safety, if you will. So while you have that inside of that sensation floating around, and you've placed that undesirable feeling, thought, sensation, image into the bottom right, into that spot down somewhere in the bottom right, Then what I'm going to have you do is look up and slightly to your left, so your head will still be facing the same way, and go to where your eyes feel comfortable, top left. And then go back and forth, down to the bottom right, up to the top left, down to the back, down to, down to the bottom right, up to the top left. Back and forth, whatever feels comfortable for you. And keep your eyes moving back and forth. And now an event or sensation or snapshot will come to mind where you were just present and you were not worried about anything. You leaned in and you let the chips fall where they may, where you were just free and joyful, having fun, trusting that everything was okay, that everything was good. Your heart was full. You were just being you. You were just let go, honey. You were just you. And it was fun as fucking hell. Where you had the time of your life, where you were happy, carefree, maybe even courageous. Maybe you even felt a little bit like a hero, like you had main character energy, just a little. Maybe you felt brave, like I got this vibe. You knew your shit, you had it covered, and you trusted that it would just work out. You trusted that you got it. You trusted it would all work out, and you were just having a ball. And if nothing comes to mind, then create an event, imagine a scene, imagine a situation where you're enjoying your best life, where you feel free from needing to worry about outcomes or other people or worst case scenarios, who's going to be mad, what's going to happen, where you're just enjoying some unbridled trust and allowing life to just absolutely happen for you. Life wants you to feel amazing and free, and for you to just feel courageous and playful, excited, silly, fearless, blissful, peaceful, and just feeling fucking loved for exactly who you are, and trusting that you're held. You are absolutely held. You're held by the universe. You're just held. You just trust. You don't need evidence. You don't need proof and nothing like that. You just trust, and you just allow that pure trust feeling, fearlessness, joy, bliss, peace to just fill you right now. And maybe this has an image or a picture, a snapshot, a symbol, something that you can really like just absolutely fill your mind's eye with while you allow these sensations, these thoughts, just of absolute trust and joy. And if there's any resistance, just allowing that to melt away. You're just allowed to feel this way. You're allowed to feel trusting and safe and free and fearless. Like you got this, okay? And now when you've locked into that peak moment, I want you to look up and stop moving your eyes and just look up to the left and mark a spot on the wall. So for me, I'm looking at a wood beam with a knot, and that's my spot. And mark that spot and really like amplify those just absolute feelings of trust and allowance, just knowing that everything's going to work out in your favor. Everything's good. You are good. Everyone else is good. You can just totally trust that this is what's going on. And when you've locked into this peak moment, stop moving your eyes and just now I want you to go back down to the spot, to the disturbing feeling, and allow yourself to look down to the right and just allow that disturbing sensation, that thought of like, I have to be safe, I have to be worried, I have to be fixated on what could go wrong, to feel safe, to be me. And now look back up to the spot where you just have absolute trust and are having fun and are free, carefree and playing, and you feel fearless and courageous, and just delighted to be alive. Now take a deep breath and look back down at that disturbing spot, that disturbing thought, that sticky perception, that unwanted feeling, and look back up and really feel into the play, feel into the trust and the peace and the play. You got this. Nice deep breath, nice deep cleansing breath, and look back down again to the disturbing thought. And just allow that feeling. Maybe it's already starting to melt because it just doesn't feel right and aligned anymore. Like, oh, I have to worry all the time. I have to over prepare. I have to be, ugh. And just breathe that out. And now look back up to the fun feeling, the carefree feeling where I trust the universe got my back. I trust that everything's gonna be okay. And it feels so much more fulfilling and just makes every moment feel brighter. And now look back down, take a nice cleansing breath, and look back up. Cleansing breath, back down. Cleansing breath, back up. Cleansing breath, and just keep moving down and up, moving your eyes down and up, taking nice deep breaths as the dial turns down on that feeling that I need to be anxious, I need to worry constantly feeling. Just allow it to dissipate. And really just allowing the beautiful feeling of trust to fill you, that just that inner knowing that you were actually born with, that you are actually meant to just have all the time on tap. And when the dial goes down to 0, if there's anything left over for you, let's just clear it right now. And if you're down to 0 already, amazing. We'll just anchor that right in. So now watch me now and follow my hand with your eyes. And see how as my hand is moving across, clearing the screen, wiping away the old feeling, the old snapshot, that old belief. It's so obvious to you now that being safe, certain, prepared, supported, secure is just a perception. Therefore, it's not possible because you can't ever be certain. You can't ever be totally prepared for every single thing that will ever happen. So it's just not even worth spending your time on. Why would you spend all of your time in preparation for something that may never happen? Then it's like you're just breathing it into reality by focusing on the worst case scenario, because it's just a perception. It's a belief. And you just trust that your intuition will guide you, that you will know what you have to do, that you will always know what you need. You will always have what you need. You will always have that support. You just allow that energy to fill you. That's what actually attracts support, security, certainty to you, is by just allowing it, allowing the feeling to expand inside of your body, because it's all just a perception. Being certain is not possible. It's not possible. It doesn't exist. Being like prepared for every worst case scenario doesn't exist. It's a construct. Being totally 100% secure is just a construct. And we're knocking down that construct now to free you, to lighten the load so that you can be present and live your freaking life with joy in your heart, the joy that is meant to be shared from your beautiful soul. And now make your energy expansive, just that trust of like, yeah, I don't have to worry about this stuff anymore. I'm allowed to just let go. I'm allowed to just live my life and trust that everyone else has got their back. The world, the universe has got my back. And I'm just going to lean in and trust my intuition, my inner compass, and allow that energy to just expand. Because what happens is, breathe into it. What it actually does is, whatever we fixate on, whatever our intention is, whatever we're always focused on, expands, and we create it in our life. Our beliefs create what we attract. So if you are in the energy of things happen for me, not to me, good things happen for me, the world conspire, like the universe conspires in my favor, and I just trust that my intuition will always guide me in every moment. That's what your life becomes. You become a magnet for everything you desire. You become a magnet for like all the kind of people you really want to be around. You just attract them. You become like a lighthouse, and you help by feeling that just sense of trust and courage. It's a courage too. You share that courage with others. You allow other people to feel that courage, to feel safe and supported, because you embody it. You become the thing that you wish other people would be for you. You become that when you just trust and allow what is innately inside of you. Take some nice deep breaths and just allow that unbridled trust and bliss to just expand and open your heart. And as that happens, all of these doors to everything you want start to open. It's just that simple. You just get to enjoy life because you're you, because you trust, you show up, you allow. Your intuition has your back. And you are peaceful, and you are exactly how you are meant to be. Another nice deep breath. And as soon as the dial's at 0, you are done. So you can do this a whole bunch of times. I actually recommend that you do this a bunch of times, because what it does is it starts to anchor that in. So right now you just cracked off a bunch of grime, and you just started to open your perspective so that you can see what's possible for you. You can feel what's possible for you. And so what I want for you is to be able to just access the state at any time, and to just be in this state at any time, because this is your whole state. This is your integrated state where your personality type overdoing it integrates with its shadow. So when you're overdoing it, it's seeking safety, seeking support, seeking, needing, like, anxiety. And then when the shadow side of 6 is actually courage, fearlessness, trust, like, what a beautiful shadow to have. So when you pull them together, when you bring them together, you become a leader. You become the brave leader who trusts themselves, who knows that they're always divinely supported, and you can just absolutely trust that. And so I would encourage you to do this exercise as many times as you want. You can do it 10, you can do it 15 if you want. Do it once a day, every day. You can just do it whenever you feel like it. And what happens is it actually becomes like a neural pathway, so that when you are out in the wild, if something were to happen that maybe triggers this feeling, you can literally just be like, oh, no thanks. I'm going to look down to the right with whatever this feeling is that's coming up for me, and look up into trust and trusting your intuition. Everything's going to work out for me. I am fucking fearless. I have the courage and bravery and trust to know that this is going to work out in my favor. It's going to work out for the highest of the best. And you can literally just access that in the moment. And then eventually these triggers just don't even happen anymore. You just trust yourself, and you just are like, you become the ultimate 6.